Hello. Welcome to another FarmLink video. Welcome to the FarmLink channel. We welcome you. My name is Arlene, and I would like to welcome you today to another video. Today, I'm going to talk about why families are losing each other. It's a very crucial for migrant workers because they're left to come to a different country for a better life, and sometimes that life can be very challenging for them, where they miss their families, their loved ones back home. So this is the topic I'm going to talk about today. Let's get into it. When was the last time you had a real conversation with someone in your family? Not a quick just check in, or not a text back and forth. A real conversation where you actually knew what was going on in each other's life. For a lot of us, that question is harder to answer than it should be. Maybe there's a family member that you have not spoken to in months. Maybe you are in the same house as the people you love the most. And it still somehow feels like everyone is somewhere else. Maybe the holidays come around and you realize you do not actually know what your kids are worried about, or your parents, or your siblings. If any of that resonates with you, I want you to know something right now before we go any further. You are not failing your family, and your family is not broken. You are missing a system, and that is a very different problem, because systems can be built. So that is the reality. And if you are watching this, you've probably felt some version of it yourself. But this is where I want to stop, because I think we've been asking the wrong question. Most of the time, when families drift apart, we turn it into a personal story. We blame ourselves. We blame the other person. We say things like, oh, we are just bad at staying in touch. Or we are too different. Or life just got in the way. And sometimes those things are true, but they are not the root cause. The root cause is almost always the same thing. It's absence of shared infrastructure. Think about it like this. Every relationship that lasts, a business partnership or friendship or marriage, has some kind of structure holding it together. Shared calendars, regular checkpoints, an understanding of who does what and who's responsible for what. Family is no different. The families that stay close do not just love each other more than other families. They have systems that make them staying together the default, rather than something they have to work hard to remember to do. There are three systems in particular that most families are missing, and I want to walk you through each one, because once you see them, you cannot unsee them. The first one is communication system. Not just a group chat. Anyone can make a group chat. I'm talking about a rhythm, a regular intentional structure for how your family shares what's actually going on, what is coming up, what's hard right now, what you need from each other. Without that rhythm, communication becomes reactive. You only really talk when something goes wrong, and over time, the relationship starts to feel heavy and an obligation. Like every conversation is either a crisis or an obligation. The second system is financial. And I know that might sound unromantic. Money and family in the same sentence can feel uncomfortable. But here is the truth. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of family breakdown, not because money is more important than love, but because without a shared financial framework, small money problems become big emotional ones. Families that have a shared financial plan, who's helping with what the family is building together, what happens when someone needs a support, those families feel more secured, more like a team, and more connected. The third system is cared. Who is looking out for the people in your family who needs the most? Who's keeping track of the elderly parent, the struggling sibling, the kid who's having a hard year? In most families, this falls into one person, usually silently, and that person burns out. And when they burn out, the whole system collapses. Communication, financial connection, cared. These aren't extras. These are the infrastructure of a functioning family. And right now, most families are trying to hold everything together without any of them. That's not a character flaw, that is a design problem. And design problems can have a design solution. So here's what I want you to take away from this video today. If your family feels distant right now, if there are relationships that have drifts, or conversations that never happened, or a feeling that everyone is just doing their own thing, and the thread between you is thinner than ever than it used to be, that is fixable. Not just survival, but fixable. Because of the families I've seen rebuild, the ones that went from barely talking to actually close, did not do it by loving each other harder. They did it by building something together. A shared routine, a shared plan, a structure that made connection easier than disconnection. In the next video, we're going to get specific because I do not want this to stay at the level of inspiration only. I want to show what structure actually looks like, what it costs, in time and money and effort, and how ordinary families usually are using it to stay genuinely, meaningfully close. If that is something you want to see, hit subscribe. Just subscribe, and the next video will be waiting for you. And if this video resonates with you, if something I said today felt true, share it with someone in your family, not as a hint, but as a nudge. Just as a hey, this reminds me of me. Because the first step to building something together is just both people knowing it's possible. I will see you in the next one.